geologist or any person who claims to be a geologist, the first and foremost important thing is that he knows how to do the mapping, and especially the geological mapping. Actually, a geological map is a record of a fieldwork that describes different type of rocks and different type of features with various colors and symbols. It is called a geological map. We have a sheet of 2D paper, and that sheet we use to describe various formations or rock types or rock units, and we give them different colors and different symbols. This is due to the fact that we want to have a proper record of the geology of the area. And as you guys know, initially when humans started to see the natural resources around them, the first type of maps that were available were normally for mining. तो पहले जो maps बनते थे, जो शुरू में first maps बने हैं, they were for mining purpose, and they were for the purpose to differentiate different type of rocks that they encountered during the mining process. Geological map, you can say it is a portrait or a photograph of the area, just like it represents the overview and snapshot, or you can say just like you see Google Earth these days. जैसे आप Google Earth देखते हैं, तो Google Earth is not a geological map, but it is a combination of satellite images. So if you put geology in that satellite image, then it will be a geological map. And geology is different rock types, different types of features, and geologists, they use different tools, just like they use different tools, just like they use print and compass, they use a sheet of paper. आप लोगों को याद होगा, we discuss about the topographic maps. Topographic maps are those that show elevation of different area. However, यहाँ पर हम यूज करते हैं सैटेलाइट इमेज और टोपोग्राफिक मैप, और उन टोपोग्राफिक और सैटेलाइट इमेज मैप के ऊपर वी जस्ट ट्राई टू प्लॉट द जियोलॉजी और द जियोलॉजिकल फीचर्स ऑफ द एरिया. तो इसके अलावा we can also use the digital elevation model that is also nowadays very famous, and few people they use it. Check what happened. A few people around the world, they also use digital elevation models, as they can also provide you the elevation and the topographic features, and then you can put the geology in those topographic features with various colors and symbols. Especially in this making of the geological map, like for example, when you will be in your 8th semester, or maybe you are in your 6th semester, you will do an exercise based on these sheets in future, when you will go to these final semesters of your degree. You will come to know the various techniques that geologists use in making these maps, and it's very interesting. And yes, you need to know the boundaries of the rock, like you need to know, okay, there is granite present, there is sandstone present in the field. What are the different boundaries between the rocks, and what are different features that are present in the geological map. So if you will prepare the map and try to understand the geology, और उसमें एक चीज आपने ये देखनी होती है, you think that the soil, because soil is the product of weathering of the rocks, so you prepare a geological map that doesn't show the soil on top, क्योंकि soil हर जगह पे होगी. कोई भी outcrops आप देखेंगे तो उसके ऊपर thin layer of soil मौजूद होती है, because that is the weathering product. और यही वो जगह है जहाँ पर you will find the most vegetation and things like that. Remember, the geological map, it represents the topmost. You just remove the topmost soil layer. तो इसके लिए different techniques होती हैं, and it is very interesting subject. We call it as geological mapping techniques. कुछ यूनिवर्सिटीज में geological mapping को as a subject ही पढ़ाया जाता है, जिसमें you just learn different techniques, different mapping techniques, and different plotting techniques, and final product is a sheet of colorful paper on which you have various formations. Here you can see an example of a geological map. You can notice few things. Here is the title. You see the title of the map, and then you have an area that covers the geology with various features, like you see different lines that represent the structural geology of the area, and different colors that shows the rock types of the area. Here you can see an index map. तो ये जिस स्टेट का भी मैप है, उस स्टेट में ये बता रहा है कि ये उस स्टेट की साउथ में लोकेटेड है, और if you want to see the other half of it, you just need to ask for the maps of these different states. You can see here a geological lithology of the area, and you can see here different colors are used to represent the geology of the area. It's just like the stratigraphy column, like okay, in Precambrian what type of rocks, and then in Mesozoic, and then in Cenozoic, or different rock types and different type of lithologies that are present. Here you can see a lot more colors. Here they have given each unit a different color and also a different symbol. For example, if a formation is of tertiary age, they will give it a name starting with T. Similarly, if a rock belongs to a different era, or if a rock belongs to a different time frame, then they give it a different, like for example, if the rock is in Cambrian, they will give it a symbol with starting with C, and then will be the name of the rock following it. Like for example, if you are plotting a Kyoda sandstone that is of Cambrian age, so maybe you write CKS, or maybe CKH, or whatever symbol you like. But remember, whatever symbol you choose, whatever style you choose, it should be uniform all over the map. For example, it shouldn't be something else here, like you are using CK here, and for the same unit you use TK, or it will confuse the person who is trying to interpret the map. That's why it is always useful that you use the same set of colors, you use the same set of symbols and same set of structure styles to describe various features. Here you can see a set of features, different symbols. We will see them in detail shortly, and you see them different lines. Like you remember when we discussed about the strike and dip, we said there is a special symbol to represent the strike and dip, and similarly there are different symbols that are present here, and they indicate different type of structures in the area. Here, normally, once you finish the geological map, there you just write the name of the person who made the map, and then all the details like references, like where the material was taken from. अगर आपने already existing maps को use करके ये map बनाया है, तो you will have to mention the sources that you were using before the final publication, and also the geological survey. Whatever country you are, like if, for example, if you are in Pakistan, you will use geological survey of Pakistan. If you are in United States, you will use United States geological survey. इसी तरह, if you are in British, you will use British geological survey, and so and so on. Similarly, Australian geological survey or Malaysian geological survey, Saudi Geological Survey. All these countries, they have their survey departments. Like for example, if in future, inshallah, when you get your graduation, you are selected in one of the organizations in Pakistan. If you are interested in this subject, Geological Survey of Pakistan is the best place that do geological mapping. Also, like you guys may have listened about the construction of few dams in Pakistan these days. वहाँ पर भी the base of construction of these dam sites is also used by the it is good to this is how normally a typical geological map looks like. And then based on this geological map, you will do different interpretations. You will say, okay, there was a volcanic eruption, there was a granitic intrusion, or so and so on, or maybe deposition or something else. Or it is a progressive understanding, and it will depend on the understanding of yourself, how much geology you know, and how much understanding you have of a typical area. Okay, and this is how normally a geological map looks like. The purpose of geological maps, we have different purposes. The first is that you have understanding of the location of various rocks and various lithologies and various structure geological features. Then comes the natural resources. Yes, for example, if you are looking for oil and gas, if you are looking for salt, like for example, a few days back, one of my friend, he was trying to delineate the salt in the salt range. They were trying कि हमें पता चले कि salt जो है, और maybe coal sometime as well, coal की जो seams हैं वो किस किस area में present है. They just try to mark the location on the geological map. So there are some specialized type of fieldworks as well. Similarly, those guys working for uranium, they also try to find the and delineate different areas where uranium can be present. Similarly, geological maps are used for the construction purposes. Also, they can be used for geological history of the area. Like, for example, as I said, how many different geological processes has happened in your area, and how these different processes shape the area into its present form, how these processes are interrelated, and how these processes are linked together. That is known as the geological history of the area. Like for example, if there are vertebrates present, vertebrate fossils are present, then you will say, okay, in the Miocene there were land conditions that allowed the presence of big mammalian fauna or vertebrate fauna, and so and so on. Similarly, the presence of dinosaurs, and similarly the presence of algae, that give you information about the various processes that happen in your study area. Then also there can be soil maps as well. As you guys know, soil sciences is an important subject, and it is very much related to the agriculture. In agriculture sciences and geological sciences, there is an area where they interrelate is the soil, and in soil you study various types of soils and how their composition is varied. Similarly, for construction purposes, for engineering geological purposes, you also do the soil mapping and soil understanding. Then comes the natural hazards. In natural hazards, we have the uh, chances of volcanic eruption. We have chances of landslides related to that, earthquakes, like earthquake hazard map can be there, in which we have different zones showing, like for example, Muzaffarabad or Islamabad are areas that are located very near to the fault line, so they are more expected to have earthquakes. Lahore or Multan that are located away from the fault lines are less affected by the earthquakes. And landslides as well, as you guys know, in hilly areas where you have slopes, steep slopes. If there is an earthquake, the chances of having the movement of earth downslope are more. We call it as a landslide. And also the physical parameters for in geology, as I said, these days we are undergoing few construction, few dams, the Kasha Dam and the Mammon Dam, and any of these projects, geologist is the backbone. He's the one who makes the geological map, because without a geological map, you cannot design a dam. And in geological mapping, you have to go for very detailed geological mapping. You have to measure each joint, each fracture, and it is just like should be centimeter accuracy, because you cannot compromise the rock defects for the construction of a mega project. Similarly, the construction of highways, or maybe you guys have listened about the construction of a steel bridge in Fort Monroe, Digi Khan, where we have second largest steel bridge in the area. And in that area as well, proper engineering geological survey has been done before you guys go for. Or there are various organizations. If you are interested to be in your career as engineering geologist, there are different companies and different agencies that are working. Especially we have the NASPAC, and then we also have the FWO. Many of your former seniors are working in these organizations, and they are doing very good job. And you can also do it for some specialized type of testing, just like in engineering geology. Like for example, in Saudi Arabia, the biggest challenge is desert sand. वहाँ पर हर जगह पर जो top soil layer है वो sand है. You cannot just put your building, like 10-story building, on the sand. So you have to do a proper understanding of the area, and normally they do it based on the SPT, or they just drill a hole in the ground and then try to understand different type of soils, and try to understand different type of soil composition, and so on and so on. Similarly, if you want to make a disposable or disposal site for nuclear waste or any other waste, you have to look for certain rocks that don't have porosity, because अगर उसके अंदर से वाटर इनफिल्ट्रेट कर जाएगा तो जो आपका एडजेसेंट एरिया है वो इफेक्ट हो सकता है उस वेस्ट से. That's why it is always advised that you go for those rocks that are homogeneous and they don't have any features like porosity, or they don't have fractures that can prevent the flow of the storage material to the outside. And as you guys know, in academics and in universities, many many of the professors and students, they go for doing the geological map just to understand the technique. So geological map can also be for academic purpose as well. Similarly, for understanding the research or for doing research, like for example, you want to understand the evolution of a fold and thrust belt, the first thing that you will do is the Adil, can you please turn off your mic, please, because it disturbs everyone. We have geological maps are essential for the economic development. And as you guys know, if like for example, we go for the construction for the dam, like for the Bhasha Dam, it was written in the report that it will generate for the next 5 years about 15,000 or 16,000 new jobs. You can see the construction of these mega projects and the formation of these mega works can give rise to a lot number of new jobs, and they create big opportunities, especially engineering geology, because in our country the dominance of the projects are dealt with engineering geology. But if also we have the boom in mining industry, then the chances that petrology and these type of subjects are also highlighted. Similarly, if we have a good gemstone market, then uh, identification and understanding the gems, especially in Gilgit-Baltistan province, can help the country to grow on its